at kind of your goals for this season individually, what were they, and when did they ever change as opportunities became bigger, as the stage got larger? Did what you expected from yourself ever change this year?
The first thing was win, and I think that should be everybody's number one goal, is to win. Other than that, I wanted to shoot 40 from three, just because I had not a good shooting year my rookie year. That was kind of the question, was, shooting the ball. I think I shot 32%. So I wanted to get, to 40. Fell a little short of that, but also shot the ball really well for the majority of the season and then in the playoffs. But I'm not a huge goal-driven person. Kind of take every day as a new challenge itself. But later in the season, as role got a little bigger, obviously I wanted to do more, but the doing more was just to try to win basketball games. That was the main thing, and that's all I really ever care about.
Austin, how can you describe the difference between year one and year two for you, and how you feel as an NBA player now versus you did finishing your rookie year?
Just a lot more prepared, a lot of a better understanding of, what it takes to, be effective, be efficient, and play a lot of games. I think my rookie year was, good in the sense of learning all that, learning how to, be a professional, showing up. There's 82 games, and obviously we didn't make the playoffs. And then this year, being my first playoff push. But that whole year prepared me for what was to come. You can never really, know what it's like until you go through that long season. 82 games is, almost 3 college seasons in one. And then this year, I'm playing almost 100. You don't know what it's like till you really go through it. But that first year helped me understand, what it was going to take.
Austin, what was it like playing for Darvin, especially when you guys were 2-10, and then you get all the way to the conference finals?
Yeah, like we were just talking upstairs, and I really just had to appreciate his mentality, his outlook on, life, actually, not even just basketball. When we started 2-10, obviously there's dark days. You never want to start like that. You want to, win every game. But I remember we were in film, and he was talking about, the sun's going to come up tomorrow. Win, lose, draw, etc. The sun's going to come up, and we're going to have another day to, fight to get better. And just that energy and positive mentality to improve every day, kind of just, it was like a trickle-down effect. It helped people, not really dwell in, the bad that was going on then. So it was amazing, for him to make it, to the Western Conference Final in year one. Just shows a testament to, the work that he puts in and, just what he believes as, a basketball coach.
Hey, Austin, you developed a real friendship with LeBron. You two have a palpable chemistry. What was your reaction to hearing that he hinted at retirement talk last night? You never want to see a guy like that not play, just because of how good he is. He's been a staple of the NBA since he got drafted in 2003, basically. He had like the biggest opportunity to be a failure, in my opinion, if he wasn't a first ballot Hall of Famer, won championships. With the scrutiny that he got, if he didn't do what he did, he wouldn't. Everybody would look at him as a failure, and if it was anybody else's career, he would. It'd be one of the greatest players ever. So for a guy like that to, hint about that, I don't know, but you never want to see a guy like that leave the game just because of all he's done for it, the level that he's still playing at. So hopefully, he's back next year and I can get to play with him again.
As a quick follow to that, did you reach out to him last night?
I texted him and just appreciated him for, accepting me and really just trusting in me and giving me an opportunity to, be myself and help us, win basketball games. That was really it.
Austin over here. Hi. I just wanted to check in on what your conversations were with the German Federation, if there were any at this point. If not, what your thoughts are on playing for them eventually. If you could just fill me in on that, please.
We haven't had any conversations recently. It's been a couple months since I talked to anybody. But the whole plan was to not do anything this summer. But, eventually I would, like to experience that. But that's really it.
Austin, what was it like for you this season just to be gaining more notoriety in general, whether you're talking about more attention being paid to you on the court, becoming more talked about, stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really the type of person that loves to get talked about. I kind of would prefer to stay behind the scenes, stay to myself. But saying that, that's what happens when success happens in this league. And it's been really cool for me to, play against guys that I've watched for years, and during game, they're telling me that I'm actually good at basketball. It feels good. But all the off-court stuff is what it is. Not saying I hate it, but I'm a more homebody, chill. But on the court wise, it's like I said, it's cool.
You're a free agent this summer for the first time. What do you want for yourself in free agency? You mentioned a desire to be back here and playing with LeBron. Is that your preference, and how do you think this will play out?
Yeah, I mean, I want to be here. It feels like home to me in a sense. Obviously it's a lot different than my actual home. It's a little bigger, a lot more people, worse traffic. But I told somebody a couple months ago that it feels like a home for me, basically. The way the fans support me, the players, coaching staff, front office. This is definitely somewhere I want to be, but we'll see what happens.
One of the things Rob said was that he doesn't think that you're the kind of guy that money will change once you get it. What ways do you think money will change you?
I will have a membership at a golf course, and that's probably it, honestly. I'm not really into cars, fashion, so whatever my family needs, I'll get.
Just one membership?
Well, it depends on the price. Yeah, but I'll definitely. Golf is number one, and then it's not number one. Family's number one. Whatever they need. Let me take that statement back. Family's number one. Golf, very close second. But yeah, no. Well, that's you know what that is. We love that too. But I got a great facility here to work out in. So, no, I don't see it changing me. I don't see it, doing anything different. I kind of live my life the same if I had X amount of money or if I didn't. So, still play video games and golf.
Austin, we've talked a lot about the way that you believed in yourself, but you weren't sure that other people did, and weren't recruited that much, et cetera. Now that you've gotten a certain amount of recognition, I suppose, now on this level, but do you feel like you always are going to have that same level of chip on the shoulder, and even whatever it is the contract comes, and how do you kind of keep that centered as part of what your being is?
Yeah, I don't think that changes at all. All those things don't magically disappear just because I get a contract. there's always going to be people that doubt me, that don't think I'm very good. So all those experiences that I've been through are still basically the same and will motivate me to, just become as good as I can become.
And then just thinking about this offseason, for you as a player, it was a long run. You seem to really physically find a second wind almost as the playoffs went on. What is most important to you still as a young player to how you want to come back for next season?
Yeah, I mean, I learned a lot from, this run and just taking care of your body and, being mentally sharp. I think the mental part of basketball and probably a lot of other sports that I can't speak on because I never played them like at a high level is maybe more of the battle. You definitely become mentally drained at points in the year. But to keep that strong and to have the discipline to, stay up on your other treatment, your body, your work, because when you get mentally drained, sometimes all you want to do is lay in bed and go to sleep. So the mental part is just as big as the physical part. And that's really the main thing I've learned throughout this playoff push and this many games is you got to keep those two in the best shape possible.
Hey, Austin. You've talked a lot about all these ways you can get better as a player, and you're still obviously a young player. But do you feel like you're almost at a point where you can take strides as a leader of this team?
Yeah, for sure. I'll never be someone that's yelling on the court, screaming, trying to get someone going. I'm more of I'll pull you to the side, talk to you, have conversations, what you see, what I see. But definitely, I would like to think I have a decent basketball IQ, see the game good enough that, I can, expand that as well. Obviously we got two guys in Brown and AD that's, won championships. They've seen it all. So they're more vocal than I am at this point, but I feel like that's something that, I can get better at even, alongside them too.